hive cluster is under attack.
For the swarm.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be fighting Spirit, it's going to be Light off-racing as Protoss, and it's going to be the Macro Zerg. It is Action, bottom left, Light, Protoss, bottom right. It is Yellow, it is Zerg, it is Action. Ooh, chatting, who is the one king tier? Action replies, Secret. I'm translating this using Google Lens, so the translations may not be accurate. If you speak Korean and English, let me know what the translations are here. Let's see. Action set. Oh, they're scrolling so fast. Come on, Google Lens. You can keep up with it. Come on, dude. With our team, let's meet, says Action. Oh, so he wants to, like, meet up, I guess. Overlord scouting the correct direction here. Action says, brother, team vote, you're giving up, says Action. Are we cross-spawn scouting here with this probe? Or, oh, we're scouting the right direction. Yes, we are. Yes, indeed. Oh, also, I'm going up, says Action. Is he just lying about where he's scouting with his Overlord? Okay, probe's going to get in here and see where the Zerg player is and also be allowed, yep, to block the hatch if he so chooses to. So great opening here by Light. Again, Light is an incredible off-racing Protoss player. Dude, Action is going to have a hard time with this, I feel like, right? Corsairs, Speedlots, Storm, maybe some Reavers. Who is the Joker? Says Action. Light says, come on, translate it. We are Joker, says Light. Man, like, I don't know if this even makes any sense what these guys are chitter-chattering about here. I'm trying to translate it for her. Who are you, says Action. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. If somebody wants to translate this for us, if it's anything interesting at all, let me know. And the probe? Wow, the probe doesn't even go for the block on the hatch. It was a hatch first. Great. Wait, did he not? No, he saw. He saw the creep. He knows where this is. He's checking for like a crazy, insane fast third base. It's a Forge expand here, which you probably could have just gone for a Nexus first, but didn't scout that soon enough. So yeah, Light comes back down, makes sure there's a hatch coming in. It's not some kind of crazy one base, super fast pool opening where he needs to throw down a ton of cannons to survive it. No, that's not what this is. The pool's not even done. The probe says, all right, we're cool. Everything's fine. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this, by the way. Good cast for today. An excellent, excellent off-racing Light. Some of my off-racing pro videos do not get as many views as others, but I still like doing them. I guess I'm one of the, you know, kind of in the minority, I guess, of Brood War players. I don't know why people wouldn't want to watch their favorite pros off-racing, but I guess if you like Light, you like Terran, right? So having him play Protoss is kind of like a betrayal of some kind. I don't know. Third hatch coming up at around 3 minutes in the top right here on the low ground, as is tradition here on Fighting Spirit. And yeah, I'm here 6 days a week with super focused casting. And I'm here 6 days a week with a little bit of unfocused casting when I'm doing the live streams. 4 hours, right? 4 hours a day, 6 days a week. 2 hours of professional replays, and then 2 hours of live games, like free-for-alls. And Hero 7v1, and Steal the Bacon, which is just steal the flag inside of StarCraft. If you're interested, check it out. Go live again 6 times a week. Lair coming up with the first 100 gas, Metabolic Boost with the second 100 gas, and Cybernetics Core here on the way, and 21 probes to 17 drones, right? It would be closer, but hey, you have to use drones to make spawning pools and extractors and third hatches and second hatches, so it would be even, except for that, wouldn't it? Basic math, you guys. So this probe says, okay, I can get a hint. I know you don't want me to scout you, so I'm running away. Feel free to stop chasing me. Stargate warping in on the bottom left for Light. He knows this matchup backwards and forwards. Right, every professional player at Light's level knows every single matchup so well. That is why Flash could go random at like ASL 17. get my numbers wrong, but it was right before he went into military, right? He basically said, I'm going to play random, and bam, he was good at it. He was good in ZVZ, he was good in ZVT, he was good at off-racing like crazy. It was amazing. Like, he's such an absolute Chad. I'm glad he's coming back for SSL2. He's going to try at least to qualify for it. He might not, right? There's a little bit of suspense here. I can't wait to watch him do it. But anyway, we got a +1 attack coming on the Corsairs, which has been more and more common, dude. I feel like more and more Protoss, you're like, you know what's really good? +1 on Corsairs. It used to be fairly uncommon, I want to say, but more and more often, we're getting it. Hatchery coming in, Spire on the way. We're going to use Scourge to deal with these Corsairs. No big deal. Corsair number 1 has arrived. Let us attack, the man says as he cruises over. Citadel of Adun getting fired up here. We've got the old Macro Hatch at the 3rd base. Again, Macro Zerg is macroing 2 Macro Hatches already here, sub 6 minutes. Big fan of that stuff. I needed to make more Macro Hatches in my own games, and I've started doing it. I've started being like, you know, I'm floating some cash here. My macro's not as good as it should be. There's no shame in throwing down Macro Hatches. It helps our guy Action, so it should help me as well. Overlord down. That is the... Yep. That's basically the requirement. That is the tithe that is taken from the Zerg. 1 Overlord down because you didn't make a Hydra Den or get a Spore. That's the payment. Had to pay it. Scourge weren't on time. They're never on time for that first Overlord. And bam, supply block for Action to start us off. This guy doing a bit of a dance. Oh, these guys, bam, kiss each other right on the nose. Photon Cannon coming up. Not quite there yet. Scourge can see what's going on. They recognize there's the speed coming in. 4th base coming in top right. I like this. And he's getting a sunken, at both of his bases here. This might be a Spore here at the 3rd base and a sunken pairing up a little bit. Evolution Chamber, yep, will allow him to get the Spores. Hydra Den is done too. And double sunken here at the main base. He's really static defending up right now. Big fan of it. If it's good enough for Action, it's good enough for anybody, right? I will cast games from time to time where there's Zerg players like, I don't need sunkens. And you know what? Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they can hold it just fine, but sometimes it murders them. And they're like, I should have made some sunkens. See, look, 2 sunkens enough to chase these zealots away. They head on up to the 3rd base. The Scourge babysitting them, trying to make sure we know what they're doing. Absolutely hilarious as they power walk their way up to the top right. Okay, so here's my guess for the Zerg player here. He is not going to make any Mutalisks. He's going to make a bunch of Hydras and Lurkers. And he's going to get into Hive, I want to say, starting at about 10 minutes, right? Queen's Nest comes in around 10 minutes, and from there, we're off. I don't see this being the kind of build where he's just going to go for Hydras and Lurkers and try to win with that outright. He is someone who will try to do that sometimes because it works sometimes, right? Every once in a while, it works. And so the Zerg players feel like they don't have to tech up. Teching up's for weenies. And then they die because they try to make Hydras and Lurkers work against a Protoss player who has High Templar and Dark Templar and Storm and Reavers and all sorts of great stuff that's amazing against Hydra Lurker. And they just kind of... It's just hubris is what it is. Yeah? Yeah. So DT's like, okay. Oh, do you think Action noticed that one Ling exploding out of nowhere in the middle of the map? I bet he did. Overlord speed is on the way, but it's not quite done there yet. Zealots, again, trying to poke up here. Overlords are, you know, hanging out by this Spore a little bit. Shouldn't be able to kill all of them. Checks the 4th base, says, Boy, I should probably have a 3rd base by now. Yeah, Action's just been casually able to get up to 48 workers and 4 bases. Hasn't taken really any damage at all. A Zergling has died. An Overlord has died. Right? Nothing crazy whatsoever. Overlord speed finishing. Lings. Oh my gosh, they're going to deny this 3rd. They're going to deny this 3rd base. Really? You were going to send a probe out by itself to try to expand to a 3rd base light? You know Action better than that. He's got Lings out. Scourge getting another scout off, checking for a fast Robo Bay, maybe a 2nd Stargate for extra Corsairs. No, not happening whatsoever. These Lings want that probe so bad, but all of her big brothers show up. Why do I think probes are girls? They're robots. I don't know if they have genders, honestly. But there you go. 3rd Nexus getting in a little bit later than Light would want it to, but it's not that big of a deal. These guys holding this ramp, and these guys, actually, are there guys holding this attack path? I feel like that could be pretty dangerous. Storm's finishing up. Speed for Overlords is done. We're coming up on 10 minutes. The man does not have a Queen's Nest yet. My prediction is falling apart before my face. Zergling was sent here, but couldn't because of this block. So it went blonk. And he's like, all right, hold on. Okay, so there are lings there. Cool. Totally fine. Can we swing over this way? No, the Zealots say you may not swing over this way. We are parking ourselves on this third base. If this third base dies, we probably die. So, yeah, this ginormous ball of Corsairs with +1. I think they've maybe killed a couple Scourge. I think 1 Overlord has died. Oh, 2 Overlords have died. All right. 3 Overlords. 4 Overlords have died. Why were you sending Overlords over there? What the heck were you sending Overlords up that way for? Keep them by the spore. Like, I don't get it. Was he worried about a DT showing up or something? That was a very weird Overlord movement. Out of action. He's going to take this space next for a 5th. I think that'd be pretty great. These probes need to go back. Go back. We have to go back. Kate. We have to go back. Guess who's getting lurkers? That's right. Action is. Guess who hasn't started a Queen's Nest at 11 minutes? That's right. Check out RJB, man. He sent me this replay. He's awesome. I guess he was trying to send all the Overlords over here. He's like, the Hydras do a better job of protecting than the Spore does, which is fair, but maybe don't send them up when the Corsairs are in the neighborhood. Just a thought that I had. I like how these guys just fail to acknowledge each other at all. Queen's Nest! Okay, so 11 minutes, not 10 minutes. I wasn't too far off. I don't want to say. Wow, we're going. All right, Zealots, Dragoons, High Templar into the natural base. Storming the lurker eggs that are trying to come up and popping them like ripe cherries. I don't know where that thought came from, but lurkers trying to burrow in. Sunkens getting hits off all over the place. Did we bring detection with us? Apparently not. I mean, we know where the lurkers are because of their spines, so we're going to storm them and kill them, but we didn't bring obs with us. A very strange attack here from Light. Not sure what's going on with him, but additional Sunkens getting thrown up. This is a pretty aggressive attack, right? That Zealot's dead. The Dragoons are sitting back here with the range upgrade. Being crazy annoying. High ground lurker burrowing. Hydras trying to snipe some of these Dragoons. Yes, from the high ground too. Shots are missing, but not all of them. To the high ground, as ya do. High Templar 100. Energy means you can storm. No use storming 1 or 2 Hydras. Dragoons can handle it. This pressure is real. And expanding down here with this one Zergling trying to shut it down. Maybe kill this Ling. Maybe you could kill this Ling. I just had a thought that maybe those Zealots could take care of that Zergling, but maybe not. High ground lurker dies. This high ground lurker, a lot of shots are missing. A lot of them are connecting, though. This macro hatch is going to be taken down. Absolutely exploding. There you go. They do save it. Nexus is more injured than it otherwise would be for absolutely no reason. So this pressure is looking pretty bad all of a sudden for action. He's getting a hive. He's getting further upgrades for his Lings and his Hydralisks. The Protoss is absolutely doing the exact same thing for his Dragoons and his Zealots here. High Templar being produced all over the place. Another word for that would be a pace, possibly. Hydralisk Den getting fired up because it was over here and it's dead now. And he decides that's good enough. Light falls back. He's like, I don't know. I guess I don't have enough to push into the natural base the whole way. Let's go hit the third. There is so much more stuff at the third, though. A lot of lurkers. A lot of Hydras. Scourge scouting out. They see this troop movement, obviously. So the Overlords push out of the way. The Hydras shove the Corsairs back. And for basing, Light is looking pretty good here. Adrenal's getting fired up. The priority here for our guy Light is definitely the Adrenal. Big fan. Psy Storm getting pushed way out there across the bridge. Right on top of those lurkers. He knows where they are. The Obs got sniped. The Obs is dead, but we know where the lurker spines are coming from. The Corsairs tried to take the opportunity to supply block action into next week, but could not do it. And I think every Corsair might, just kidding. All the Corsairs are here. There are more Corsairs over here. They did not all die, not even close. Good job splitting them up like that. Free Archon is free, man. I mean, Archons against that many Hydras with 2-1 upgrades? No, sir. No, sirree, Bob. Ooh, there's a very fast robotic support bay coming in at 15 minutes. Okay, so now we're getting all of the tools we need in PvZ for it to be awesome. Reavers, Adrenal. Somehow there's not a Defiler Mound. Somehow this Dark Templar managed to get like 3 drone kills. Absolutely insane stuff. Worker count is only 50. Scourge. Oh, the juke. That juke was sick by Light. Wow. Absolutely insane. Oh, did get a connection there. He stopped running for some reason, which was dumb. Storm drop? Looks like a storm drop. 3 more drones die, 54 workers. That's so fine. It's a fine situation to find oneself in. Not a big deal. Taking the 12 o'clocker, not going for the 3 o'clock. And this shuttle is dead. Okay, High Templar with 4 kills, Dark Templar with 0 kills. Joining the party. At 1, 2, 3. Okay, gets 3 kills, and then a Storm gets another 3 drones down. 57 workers still from action. He's fine. He's getting hit economically, but it's not crippling him. He's not bringing him down below 50 workers, which is where he wants to be about anyway right now. He's going to be working on 60, 65 workers here soon enough, and Light is already there because his macro is insane as Protoss, as it is with Terran. Now, he's expanding again to a 5th base up the left side, keeping all the pressure on the Zerg. That 12 o'clock base of actions is in a lot of trouble, folks. It is utterly undefended. There's a Scourge defending this base. Sending 1 Zealot up there would ruin it. These Lings try to do the same thing, but guess who's defending his expansion? Light is. Action has taken some risks with that 12 o'clocker, man. I don't know if these guys are trying to set up a center base or something insane, but the defense here looking okay. Again, a lot of stuff here for Light. I really don't know why he pulled back. He could have probably taken down this natural base. I don't think he's getting up the ramp necessarily into the main, but I think Light could have killed Action's natural without raking too much of a sweat. Consumes on the way. Drops for Overlords is on the way. We know that Reaver Tech is here. I haven't seen any Reavers come through the production tab, but we're getting, well, Plagues coming in. Faster shuttle speed, I think, has already come down here, too. Let's see if any of these bases have Reavers at them. No. No Reavers are present. But it doesn't mean we're not going to get some. A Reaver is in production. There we go. Production tab is nice. This DT, like, I think they were trying to get the Defiler there. I don't think that worked out for them super well. We don't need to send everybody up to check this, do we? Like, we don't have to send everyone up here to check this. We can maybe just send, like, a Zealot. There we go. Leave that 1 Zealot there. That's fine. And Light's expanding up the left side. Oh, man. That made me sound like Mayor Quimby for a second there. Back when The Simpsons were good. I guess that Mayor Quimby's probably still in The Simpsons, but I haven't watched an episode in about 12 years. And even that was the first episode I'd watched in a long time. Plague up, Storm up, Dark Swarm up. This is when PvZ gets at its best, folks. The Plagues everywhere, the Dark Swarms, the Storms getting cast everywhere on top of the orange. Trying to counter the Plagues that are happening here. This Archon's been plagued. He doesn't care, but unfortunately, Lurker Spines do, especially when you're outside of the Dark Swarm. So this map has been split in half, which is exactly where Action does not want it to be. This has to be killing him. It's nice that he has this base. This game would be over, I think, if just Light had decided to check it. Like, he checked the 3 o'clock, but I think maybe this was sneaky. I think he took this and not this, assuming that Light would assume that the Zerg player was over here, and then he wasn't. And then that bought time to just, you know, set this whole thing up and establish the 12 o'clock, and now he can take the right side base if he wants it. Seems like a pretty smart move, but Light is looking really good. He's at maxed out supply, 62 workers, 68 workers for the Zerg. Zealots came into the 12 o'clock anyway. It wasn't adequately defended at all. I mean, drones absolutely massacred. The army will come up and save this, mind you. They're not going to lose the hatch. Psy Storm, just not enough Zerg here, really. I don't know what this full retreat's all about. What are you so worried about? I guess the Lurkers, more than anything else here, are being an absolute pain in the butt. So Light falling back. 12 o'clock base lives. He's going to upgrade it to a lair to give it a little bit of an HP boost here because it did get taken down to 150 HP. There you go. Reavers more on the defensive here, less on the offensive, but man, Reaver High Templar Cannon, it really makes your bases virtually impenetrable against Zerg. It does. It is so hard for Zerg to get any kind of a cost-efficient kill on that base. They can kill it. I'm not saying they can't, but they're going to lose like 8,000 resources worth of stuff to do it. And that is the key to Reavers and High Templar and Cannons. Not that this base literally cannot die, because nothing is that impregnable in StarCraft. That's the whole point. Like, offense is supposed to be good in StarCraft. You don't have crazy super duper strong structures or, you know, static defense that really holds its power through the entire game like some RTSs do. Nope, this is intended to die. All right, so that's 700 hit points added onto that lair at the 12 o'clock now. Let's see if that keeps it alive, or if this attack is going to straight up kill it anyway. Zerg is sending some units to try to save the day here. More lurkers coming up the ramp. These Archons are just having a fantastic time. Another plague goes down. Did he plague his own lair? I can't tell because it's bleeding already, but what a disgusting engagement this is. I don't know what's happening. The Dark Swarms are concealing everything that's happening here. The lair's taking some hits. I guess once you're done killing every drone and every lurker in the position, you go after the lair. There's a drop heading top left. Let's see what that thing does. Big old drop. No High Templar here. There's the unload. There's the Dark Swarm. The Lings getting inside the Dark Swarm as well as they can. This base is gonna die. Guess why? No Reavers, no High Templar at it. He thought he was safe. But he's gonna bring High Templar and Reavers in from the other position. The 12 o'clock base does go down. This Nexus is gonna die. These cracklings are crackling all over the place. 3/3 upgrades on those dudes. Got ourselves an Archon. Absolutely not. Not with cracklings here. This base dies. This base dies. Needs to replant the 12 o'clock and prevent the Zerg player, the Protoss player, rather, from taking this base. This is a lurker. It is a lurker drop. But Reavers... Oh, only one shot. It does take two to take down a lurker, and oh man, they'll look like more probes down than that. Why is there's another lurker here getting shots? Yes, there is. 11 kills on that lurker. That's the one we've been wanting to pay attention to. Knocks the Protoss down to 38 workers after the problems up here and the lurker drop behind the mineral line. Action needed this to live. Yes, losing the 12 o'clock was a pain. But what he needed more than anything else is to kill one of the bases of the Protoss and wipe out a bunch of their workers on the other side of another base, which is exactly what happened. So this is crazy annoying to deal with, but Protoss has enough to reestablish. Big attack, swinging out. 48 workers now for the Zerg player after taking all the damage up here. Absolutely bonkers stuff. Plus, there are... Actually, that's not too bad. I was going to say too many workers in the main, but nope. He's got it taken care of. Could maybe send those guys over this way. Action macroing extremely well. Up to 52 workers now to 49 for Light. Light is killing it as well. Reavers are being brought out to the main, and that means they get plagued, right? Once the Reavers come out to play, they're going to take plagues directly to the face more often than they want to. 12 o'clock base going to pop up here soon. Light has the money to retake that 12 o'clock, but I think he's worried about getting dropped again. He doesn't quite have the resources to successfully defend this base and this base at the same time. Center being taken. Good luck with that. And by that I mean just cancel it now because the Protoss army is here to shut it down. And that is not actually a cancel. Oh, not a cancel. All right, fair enough. 4 Reavers, all the Archons known to mankind. Plague catching 2 Zealots and about 4 Archons there. Scourge wants something to kill. No, says the Archon. How about you not be allowed to have that happen? Sniping that obs would be cool. Another great plague marching in. Not a lot down here. The Nidus says, oh yeah? What if there was a Nidus here? And big time engagement coming in. I think we're going to go ahead, use that as our thumbnail. Keep it zoomed out from here though. Okay, Reaver shots are connecting. Archons are eating up Zerglings like they are made out of candy. Peppermint candy in particular here for this kind of Christmas season. Although this is posted in 2025, isn't it? After Christmas is over and after New Year's as well. So, Top left base, warping in from Light. I think Light is ahead. I really do. He's got the map split in half. Zerg player tried to take the center for about 20 seconds. That was a terrible idea. These Archons and the High Templar just not even getting anything done. 22 kill Archon. Mind you, 23 kill Archon. Having a great time. Another great plague on those Reavers. And heading up north to try to take down the 12 o'clock base. Bringing detection with them, I hope. Okay, Lings jumping on the backside, trying to take down a couple of these Archons with their crackling and their +3 upgrade. Gonna be pretty good against that. That 1 kill High Templar is a disappointment to his parents. And he's dead. 1 Zergling makes it into this top base. Look how many shots it takes a crackling to kill a probe. It's like 6 shots. I mean, yes, they have 3 armor and 2 shields, but still, my goodness. Like, probes are as tanky as zealots are, basically. And I guess they are, right? Because they do share those same armor and shield upgrades. Regardless. All right, Action. He does... Oh, never mind. A couple Archons showed up. Lings are dead. Not enough Lings to shut those guys down. Action bringing the action to the left side of the map here. A Plague. That Defiler needs to cast something before it dies. Like, a thing would be nice. Great. Nice Plague guide. Now you can die in peace. I will allow it. Trying to come up this ramp. There is no High Templar. There are no Reavers either. But still, coming up a ramp is a tough thing to do. But look at who's taking the center while trying to contain and keep the attention of Light on the other side of the map. This DT, nope. That Plague is such a good Plague. Wow, that's a good Plague. Yeah, these Zealots, they've got a hard time against Lurkers and Cracklings at this stage of the game anyway. When they get plagued, it gets so much worse. So much worse. Shuttle in production. What a fantastic PBZ this is for your Saturday, folks. If you're not tapping that like button, I don't know what to tell you. I have no idea what to tell you, other than if you're not enjoying it, maybe you're a Terran fan, and you're like, there's no Terrans in this game. How could I like this cast? You know, that's a fair point. I hear ya. Loading up. Loading in. Ready for a drop. Another drop at this top left base. Again, no High Templar here. Archons, yes, which are great. I'm not going to say Archons aren't going to be good at base defense, just not as good as High Templar or as good as Reavers are. So once again, the Nexus goes down. The center is up. No income from it yet for the Zerg player, but I believe we'll get there. And yeah, basically 2 Cracklings take that Nexus down, a lickety-split. Lurkers at the bottom of this ramp causing some major issues. The Reavers say, we can help those major issues, no problem. Reavers are not plagued. Oh, sniping that shuttle would be good. He's coming back out with that shuttle. Be so careful with it. Plague gets tossed down. A lot of Zealots get plagued there. Is Action going to swing this? When's the last time you saw a Zerg player successfully take the center of Fighting Spirit? I would say, years. Not that he's successfully taken it, because he's not actually mining from it. Nice Plague on those cannons, though. You actually have to, like, you know, start mining and getting gas and stuff for it to count. Couple DTs wandering about. No kills to their names whatsoever. And I think the contain has just been set up on the Protoss. I think at this point, Action's plan is contain the Protoss on his side of the map. Take the center, keep that top left base away from Light, and we can win this. And I think I agree with him on that. DT wanders into the middle. Kills that drone, who's been here for a while and has not actually provided any value at all to the Zerg player since arriving in the middle. I don't know if he hatched there. I don't know if he walked over here. But either way, yikes. Action kind of forgot he was there, I have to assume. So top left base still belonging to the Zerg, because there are 2 Lings and a Defiler here. And a Lurker, too. Nice. 1 Lurker. Oh, Lurker spine on the Reaver. He consumes one of the Lings. He wants to plague that Reaver so bad, but the DT comes up and snipes him first. Great play from Light. Archons coming up inside this top left. All the Zerg is gone. We can retake that base. Excellent. But look at this contain. Look at this contain. We need more Reavers. We need more Storm stat. These guys are still not working. This might be the worst example of taking center I've ever seen. The man takes center, does not get any benefit from having a center. None whatsoever. Big old Plague on these cannons at some point. Jumps in, says the Reavers are inside the main? Well, one of them is. The other one is not. There's High Templar here anyway. 12 kill High Templar. To be exact, 13 kill High Templar. Hides inside the Dark Swarm against these Hydras. Very smart stuff from him. Reaver getting shots into the Dark Swarm as well. What a fantastic PBZ this one is, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Up, Reaver goes down. 184 to 179 supply. Light is up, and this base is getting hit, folks. All the cannons at this base are getting sniped down. DTs inside the Dark Swarm are kings of their castle. And then the Dark Swarm wears off, and a couple Overlords show up, and the DTs are like, oh, guess not anymore. 14 kill DT, though. I mean, he's been having a great time in here before the Lurkers burn him down. 10 kills, too, so 24 kills combined on those two Dark Templar. This Reaver sitting back here, never mind, he's dead, but this base technically lives for now. Reinforcements from Light coming up the left side, trying to save this base. It's alive. But most of its static defense is gone. Most of its defenders are gone. Light trying to take the top left. Oh my gosh, we're actually mining from this base a little bit. 3 drones are mining from the center, you guys. But guess who's coming in to shut it down? Or thought about coming in to shut it down and then totally decided not to. Okay, cannon. Blooped. Archon, 10 kills. Again, some of these were when he was High Templar. He's dead now. It doesn't matter. Last cannon down. Zerg overrunning this base. In the top left. Is this another drop coming in? No. But Probe's getting killed. Not going after the non-guaranteed damage. But, dude. Now we're going to take down the Nexus. If the Probe's going to run from it, I think Action has overrun this whole top left corner. That's been Light's entire key to victory here, is holding this top left corner. And Action's just done too well denying it from him. Wow. Yeah, that Archon's going to die to Zerglings. Okay, a Hydralisk got the final hit, but the Lings did a lot of damage there for sure. Oh, no. Well, yeah, that's it. Finally, actually getting benefit from the center. Incredible stuff here from our guy Action. One last attempt by Light to shut down this center base. If he can do it, he can win this game, but I don't think he can. Way too much Zergus here. Good spread on the Lurkers. The Psystorm is good. But is it good enough is the question. Archons do break through. 1 Lurker stabbing away. 2 Obs. Excellent, excellent pushing up towards the center here. More and more Lurkers. Look at the yellow funneling into the center here. This is so tough. What an epic battle for the middle right now. But no, he loses position. He loses more position here. Light is just running out of Zealots and High Templar and Archons to throw at this center base. Can't do it. The top left base lives, but it doesn't matter. GG. Light taps out in 32 minutes and 13 seconds. I mean, come on. That was ridiculous. That's what I'd like to refer to as an utterly ridiculous showing there from our guy Action. He macro-zerged his way to a win. I mean, come on. Wow. I just can't ask for anything else. Can't ask for anything else here from Action. The map was split in half. It was looking dire. It was looking like the Zerg player was beyond dead, and somehow he managed to take out this top left base, keep pressure on the Protoss player, and take the center. That was his 3-step plan. Kill the top left, keep the Protoss defending his bases in this bottom left area, and then take the center base, reap the rewards from that, and then hold on to win from that spot. Like, man, one of the most impressive taking the center and winning games I've seen. I feel like he could have won sooner if he had, in fact, taken the center and used it when he took the center instead of waiting 10 minutes before he started using it. Because I swear, he had this hatch back at like 25 minutes or so. And then maybe 5 minutes of game time later, he finally decides to put some drones to work. Hilarious. But yeah, he took the risk. It worked out for him. Really nice placement of these Lurkers. Really good containment. This base died 3 times, maybe just twice, and this base totally died 2. So good job by him. The sneaky attempt at taking this 12 o'clock base, that paid off in the end. And got able to get this 3 o'clock one at the same time. He did actually lose this, didn't he? Yeah. It got brought down 100 hit points once. He upgraded it to a lair to give it more HP, and then that died regardless. So he had to put a new hatch there, which is funny. Is this right in the middle? It is right in the middle of an ensnare animation. Ensnare. Plague animation. Look at this Hydra getting plagued. This Defiler is getting plagued. This Defiler is getting plagued. An equal opportunity plague coming down here. Looks like that one is either in the process of turning into a lurker egg or being canceled from a lurker egg. I can't quite tell. what he's up to. But yeah, fantastic PvZ. Knockdown, drag him out. There were DTs, there were High Templar, there were Reavers. There was all sorts of great stuff, but the drops were key. Taking center was key, and Action able to take down the off-racing Light in an impressive victory. 309,000 points to 326,000 points here. 1,000 Zerg units produced today, 1,052. Protoss 392. The outkill was not quite keeping up with the outproduction ratio today. 37 buildings raised by the Action, 10 buildings raised by the Protoss, and only about a 5,200 resources spent difference in favor of Action. But the future was the thing, right? The center was being held by Action. The top left base was not happening for Light. So if that continued as it was going, that was going to be a GG, and it was. Light read the writing on the wall. Yeah, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.